narrative that they are the ones doing that when we are very close to all.
Message out to get that narrative out. So we'll have more information.
We're not going to get any help from Washington. In fact, they're going to do the opposite. And what we can do is hold the line. I think other places are caving in and not willing to be consistent. But here in the city and the state of Illinois, like, our goal is, and you all are the champions on the front lines, our goal is to hold the line until we can get past this challenge that we're in. And so I'm doing everything I can to make sure that happens. That's not going to happen with troops on the ground in our neighborhoods. It's just not.
Of the CP4P Justice Corps out of Metropolitan Family.
We are about 32% down in terms of homicides.
First thing was we're trying to get information. We want to know what day they're actually going to be going into action, what day they'll be completed assembling. We have an idea, and I talked about that yesterday. It looks like they're going to be fully assembled on Friday. It doesn't mean they're going to be in action on Friday, although that could happen. I also don't want to tell you that I know absolutely, because they haven't confirmed any of that to us. But what we're hearing is that they'll be assembled, ready to go on Friday, and that they would begin actions on Saturday over the weekend.
You are obligated to tell them that, but that's the extent of anything that they can ask you. Checking for weapons with fingertips. They can't do cavity searches or anything like that without a warrant.
What we're doing is, of course, making sure that the CPD and local law enforcement are aware of what they're doing, so they can, one, make sure they're not standing anywhere near those actions or assisting in those actions, but also being ready for protests that might occur. And then, very importantly, we've asked for the public to be ready with your iPhone and any way that you can to record what's going on in their neighborhoods by ICE, because we think that's the best way to demonstrate what ICE is doing if they're doing something wrong, or to keep them honest and doing the right thing because they know they're being watched.
But firmly that you do not consent to a search. Illinois, as long as you are not within their private residence.
The president is begging me to call him to ask him to do something that we don't want. He wants me to call him and ask him to call in National Guard to the city of Chicago. We don't want it. So that's why I'm not calling the president. I have been very clear about what we do want. What we do want is civilian law enforcement assistance. We want to make sure that we have enough FBI, ATF, DEA on the ground. We have some already, as you know. They do really good work, working in tandem with state police, working in tandem with Chicago Police Department. But we can use more. We can interdict more drugs and more guns that are coming across the border into the city, into the state of Illinois. And there's more work that we can do to make sure that we're fighting crime with, again, civilian law enforcement. And I've been very clear about that. The president wants me to call him about National Guard. I'm not going to do that.
Whatever they say, there is no law against filming the police.